Go. Go.
Are you done telling the dog to go? Welcome, everybody, to the podcast. We have made it to the end of 2020. There has been a lot of 2020 deaths. And speaking of deaths in 2020, let's have a moment of silence for John Huber, please. Thank you. Okay, we're good. All right, man.
Wow, we didn't mess that one up.
You mean you didn't mess that one
I
up?
know.
You
didn't mess it up. Like, you coughing.
Wow.
I remember the last time you was like, so are we being quiet now? And I'm just like, bro, what the fuck? But yes, we've reached to the end of a good year for gaming. I'm lying.
About to say.
I'm so lying. The year was average at best.
This year's not over with.
Yeah.
There are no more games coming out.
Watch, it's gonna be tomorrow, and then we're gonna see a giant health bar in the sky.
No, we don't want that.
Oh, and look, and we're gonna count down until January 1st, and then the clock, everything's gonna say December 32nd.
Okay.
Riots will happen
before the riots start. You know, we got into the end of this year. We've been through ups and downs in wrestling. We've been through highs and lows. You know, so let's talk about wrestling. You know, how do you guys felt wrestling was this 2020 year?
Horrible.
As a whole,
had some moments.
I think it was pretty good. Of course, wrestling will never be at its full element without a crowd, but for what it was, I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, we'll have to agree to that. Without the crowd, wrestling was, okay. WWE though, I'm not gonna lie to you here.
Are we including every time we mention WWE, I just don't include Raw and SmackDown. I always think about NXT.
You just think straight NXT. What the fuck?
Which is funny, because I didn't stop watching NXT.
Yeah. But we got... What's a good way to end the year with the top couple of matches and shittiest matches and pay-per-views and shittiest pay-per-views. So, I asked everyone to pick 3 of each. So, I guess we can start with the bottom, the shittiest fucking pay-per-view of 2020. Who wants to go first with their top 3 picks? And why? Obviously. Don't spare the details.
My
what the fuck was that?
The worst but I know off the top of my head, the House of Horror match. I believe that's what it was.
I said pay-per-view.
Or excuse me, the House of Horror pay-per-view. I don't remember what it was called. It was the scary pay-per-view where Seth Rollins took out Rey Mysterio's eye. I don't remember what it was called though.
Shit. I just had it on top of my head.
It's the horror show at Extreme Rules.
Thank you.
Yeah, horror show, not horror match. Horror show at Extreme Rules. That was by far the worst piece of entertainment I've ever seen WWE ever produced. Outside of that, the second one for me would be WrestleMania. Just because there were like there was one really good match at WrestleMania, which was Seth Rollins versus KO.
Yeah.
Outside of that, everything else was mid to trashy. But what really did it for me and what really threw me off was the fact that WrestleMania is like always this big spectacle, regardless of whether or not the matches are good. WrestleMania in itself is like this big, huge thing, you know. And to see it like be belittled so much, it just like it threw me off really, really bad. So that would be my second, and then my third. Ooh man, I really want to say my third is TLC.
The recent TLC?
Excuse me, not TLC. I meant Survivor Series.
Damn. Oh
Yeah, Survivor Series. I did not like that. I did not like that at all. So that's my top three.
Anybody else? Spirit?
No. Only because I only watched snippets and stuff like that, so probably not.
What was your shittiest pay-per-view of the year? What you did see?
All of them.
Oh my god.
WrestleMania wasn't that bad. TLC wasn't that bad.
Which TLC?
This one.
What?
Hold on. Wait, no, that shit. What was the drink that just happened?
TLC.
Wasn't that TLC?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said this one wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
The one that just happened, that one was pretty okay. Yeah, okay, but you said shitty or okay, like it's okay. Honestly, I really don't even not gonna remember pay-per-views. Like as far as like which one it was like just. Oh, wait a minute, no. I'm gonna have to say Royal Rumble.
Yep.
I just remember I'm gonna have to say Royal Rumble. Yeah.
Yep. I'm out to agree. Royal Rumble's on there for me. When I was watching it, I remember I was hyped.
Yeah.
But when I went back, I was like, damn. As a whole pay-per-view, it was so bad. I think I was just hyped because I knew Edge was coming back, and then when it actually happened, I was like, oh my god. WrestleMania was boring. Yeah, I'm gonna lock in WrestleMania, and I think Survivor Series is on there for me too, because Survivor Series I was so pissed off by the end of Survivor Series. That's the one we did the watch along for, right? Yeah.
Yep.
By the end of Survivor Series, everything that was just I would have said Hell in a Cell, but that only has one match or a couple matches that I didn't like, not the pay-per-view as a whole. That's why I didn't say Hell in a Cell.
I didn't mind Hell in a Cell.
That's why I was like, yeah, I can't say Hell in a Cell as worst pay-per-view. But
I mean, Hell in a Cell.
When we get the worst matches.
Oh, we will get there.
Right.
But all right. So I'm gonna say number 3 for me. Right, was of course this past TLC. It was so bad, and multiple storylines were fucking point. That Miz shit was dumb as fuck for him to get it back 2 weeks later. Randy Orton defeated The Fiend in one of the dumbest ways I've ever seen. Asuka literally, with the cheat code, won the belt, the tag team belt. The Hurt Unification finally won the championship belt after 40 times of fighting them. Sasha obviously defeated Camilla because, it would have been a riot as opposite. And Drew McIntyre defeated AJ Styles in the most obvious match ever. And of course, there was an 8-man tag match, but no one watches those, so... Right? That's TLC for me, right? Next.
Good point.
Does anybody remember Elimination Chamber?
No, I don't. That was really... Oh,
honestly,
yeah.
I don't.
Yes, I do.
It had the Viking Raiders.
Shayna Baszler
Yeah.
got pulled up.
Yeah. It had the Viking Raiders defeat Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder in a obvious match. Daniel Bryan defeated Drew Gulak in the best match of that night. Andrade versus Humberto, which Humberto lost again for the 90th time. The Miz and John Morrison defeated the New Day, you know, in the Elimination Chamber match, and the Usos and them in Heavy Machinery, you know, Lucha House Party. Aleister Black versus AJ Styles, which is an okay match, but it was just literally not their best work.
I'm sorry, it's still Royal Rumble for me.
The Street Profits.
Just because the pay-per-view is forgettable. Like,
yeah. The Street Profits versus Seth and Murphy. You know, remember that? Sami Zayn, Shinsuke, and Cesaro versus Braun Strowman in a triple threat, you know, in a handicap match, which was dumb as shit.
Oh, for the IC. This one, he was the IC champion, right?
Yeah.
I get that pissed me off.
Yeah, and then there was Shayna Baszler defeating everybody in the world's most pointless female elimination chamber match, which hyped up Shayna, but it went to zero, like literally in 2 days later when she lost to fucking what's her name,
Becky Lynch.
Yep. If anybody can recall that. And then my number one most shittiest pay-per-view of 2020, and it is the one where it killed a fucking career because of fucking foolishness. It killed multiple careers in the pay-per-view. No match was actually really good. Every match on the fucking what's it called didn't make any sense.
Oh, he's building up suspense.
Super Showdown.
Are we calling that one an actual?
It's an actual pay-per-view.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, remember the OC? Yeah, the OC beat the Viking Raiders. Undertaker defeated AJ Styles, Andrade, Bobby Lashley in that gauntlet match when he came out at the last moment. The Miz and Morrison defeated the New Day for the belts. Angel Garza defeated Humberto Carrillo for like the 50th fucking time. Seth and Murphy defeated the Street Profits and won the belts. Mansoor defeated Dolph Ziggler, which was... They need to book Mansoor in actual storylines. Brock Lesnar defeated Ricochet in 5 seconds. Roman Reigns fought King Corbin again in the
that dog food. Oh, that was that dog food shit.
Oh my goodness.
Steel Cage.
God.
Bailey defeated Naomi, and Goldberg obviously ended the career of the Fiend.
Naomi.
No. When she comes back, she'll be Naomi. Right now, she's Naomi.
Yeah, I think I gotta throw that one in there too. I really forgot about that.
Yeah, just throw that whole shit. That's how bad that shit was. That we tried so hard to forget it.
Oh my goodness.
But
as soon as he said Brock Lesnar and Ricochet, I was like, "Damn, that did happen."
Yeah, to me, that is the shittiest pay-per-view of 2020. It had nothing in it. Me and Spirit were watching the pay-per-view, and we were all confused. Especially the fact that the Fiend lost. No, I was at work when the Fiend lost, because I remember it was early in the morning. I was at work, and then the Fiend lost, and I was like, "The fuck just happened?" So,
Okay.
yeah. That's
Well,
why.
that was good. That was a good list. I like that.
Yeah,
that was
man.
a good list.
Yeah, man. I put my brain to it, and I was like, "Wait a second." Okay. Now, the top 3 pay-per-views of you guys, and again, I said 1 NXT.
Are we including NXT?
1 NXT, 1 per person.
Okay.
Because other than that, it'd be 3 fucking NXTs and or NXT and AEW. As I said, 1 per list per each of those brands. Other than that, every last person would be like NXT Takeover War Games, NXT Takeover all the NXT Takeovers, and all the AEW pay-per-views. Like, the fuck, we be here for the rest of our lives.
Listen. I'm going to forfeit all of my NXT and AEW pay-per-views to one of you, because I didn't watch any.
What?
Oh, shit.
Forfeit.
I didn't either.
You watch Raw? Wait.
Oh, shit.
SmackDown pay-per-views?
Because I have
AEW?
So
didn't?
with NXT.
Let me get this straight, bro. You watch Raw and SmackDown pay-per-views?
Yes.
Over AEW and NXT?
Okay, hold on. Whoa. Whoa. I know it's blasphemy. However, I don't have access to the AEW pay-per-views at all. And number two, the NXT ones, I just be forgetting that NXT pay-per-views is happening. Just like some of the WWE pay-per-views this year, literally did not watch them.
That is the blasphemous thing I've ever heard.
I'm sorry, with wrestling is just in the back of my mind. It's like, if I remember something happens, then I'll be like, oh, that's happening. And that's usually because YouTube ads.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But
I'm just gonna oh god, bro. I'm just gonna ignore that whole last 5 minutes.
Okay.
And just I'm gonna just answer the question, bro.
Please.
Oh my goodness. What the heck? Alright, so my jeez Louise. Alright, so my first has to be NXT. I think it was NXT In Your House. I think that was In Your House where Kyle O'Reilly fought Finn Balor. I think it was NXT In Your House.
Hold up.
So that
I can double check for you. I can double check for you.
It was. Okay.
Nope, that was Finn Balor versus Damian Priest.
Oh, which one was Kyle O'Reilly versus Finn Balor? Was that
it wasn't TakeOver 21. That was TakeOver 21.
Oh,
31. 31.
Okay, TakeOver 31. Yeah, TakeOver 31. That was my favorite because that match was crazy. Yeah. So just off of that, I mean, the whole card was lit, but just off of that one match, like, yeah, bro, that pay-per-view is my favorite. So NXT TakeOver 31 is my first. My second has to be Royal Rumble. I know that as a whole, the pay-per-view was, subpar to say the best, but like I said, what made it enjoyable for me was seeing my man Edge come back. It was very heartfelt, and I love seeing it. So that right there made the whole pay-per-view worth it. Just seeing Edge come back and do what Edge does. And then the third.
Yeah, he had the greatest wrestling match ever.
Stop.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then the third, I'd probably say Hell in a Cell. Only because I personally love the Roman Reigns story right now, so I like seeing Hell in a Cell. So those are my three.
Okay. Galactic, do you have 3 pay-per-views at least?
Shit. Do I have 3 pay-per-views that I liked?
Jesus.
I think the only one I actually liked was Hell in a Cell, and that's because of the storyline with Roman.
Oh.
Because it actually made me pay attention to actually what was going on. Damn. Yeah, I really can't think of another one that made me actually hype. Like, I was like, oh my god, I like this pay-per-view.
I mean, that's not shitty. Not shitty. It counts as, a good pay-per-view to you. That's not a shitty...
That's still hard. I gotta look back at the pay-per-views. Like, hold on.
Man, you got a lot. Did you think any of the WrestleMania 36 was good?
No, WrestleMania 36. If I remember properly, the only thing I liked about that pissed me off because I remember Charlotte won, which was dumb to me. John Cena match was cool. McIntyre, I was happy to see him beat Lesnar. Edge's match was very
long.
WrestleMania. Long, but Edge did act his ass off and try and make it believable that he was experiencing muscle problems because of his injury. It was pretty cool, but as a whole, the pay-per-view was bad. Literally, this whole year, I haven't looked back at any pay-per-view and been like, oh my god, that shit was crazy. No, I'm sorry, they don't get that from me.
Holy crap! Wait. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but we forgot about one gigantic pay-per-view that deserves to be on everybody's shit list.
What?
Money in the Bank.
Oh my! Yep.
So there's way too many pay-per-views that was just absolute ass compared to so.
Yeah, Money in the Bank had
So if
Aleister Black
anything, this
off the
list
roof.
tells you that there's more ass. Yeah, he died.
No.
So
Yeah, for some reason.
Oh my God.
What was the Backlash card again
Wait, which backlash? Hold up.
this year?
Hold up. Why did I ask which backlash like a jackass? Oh, Charlotte versus Rhea versus Io. Charlotte versus Rhea versus Apollo Crews versus Andrade for the championship.
yo,
Bailey versus Bailey and Sasha versus Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, and the Iconics. Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy. Asuka versus Nia Jax, which ended in a double count out. Braun Strowman versus The Miz and John Morrison. Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley for some fucking reason, and Randy Orton versus Edge. And the greatest match of all time.
No.
I didn't mind that pay-per-view.
The only one I'm looking at the list right now, and I wish I watched more NXT pay-per-views. Literally, is Hell in a Cell. That actually did something for me.
Damn.
I'm sorry. Money in the Bank shit. Whatever I said earlier, scratch that. Money in the Bank is the absolute worst. I remember because as soon as Otis grabbed the briefcase, I was very just, no.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yep. Depression hit. So, yeah. If we talk best matches, I bet I can come up with best matches. But
okay. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
waiting on that one.
Spirit. Best pay-per-views of this year.
nope.
You get one NXT, one NXT, one AEW.
I didn't watch. I know what the rules are. I didn't watch none of the ones, but I want to give just the one pay-per-view that I have to AEW, and it's just the one that just happened recently. That I don't think that was I think it was Revolution, if I can recall.
Full Gear.
And the reason for that, while the matches Full Gear, thank you.
Gear.
Or while the matches was good for that one, Winter did come, and we got Sting back.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That's it for you.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you ask, yo, Wild Fang, what are your 3 favorite pay-per-views this year? Oh, it's easy. I'm gonna start with number 3. Right? Wait, what was my number 3? Holy shit.
How are you going to have an introduction build up?
I forgot my own intro. Shit. Okay. Alright.
Number 2.
Wow, Fang. Your number 3 match, pay-per-view this year was SummerSlam. I'm gonna have to say SummerSlam was okay. Okay. Not good. It was aight. It was Apollo Crews who defeated MVP. You got Bailey versus Sasha Banks. Bailey with Sasha Banks that defeated Asuka, which is, Street Profits, Andrade and Angel Garza. Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville with a dumb match. You got Dominic Mysterio actually showing he can be a good wrestler. Asuka defeating Sasha Banks. Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton the first time, which is okay. And The Fiend versus Braun Strowman, which was, for me, better for life. And I'm like, okay. At least, and it showed Roman Reigns coming back, if you can recall. He came back and just, SummerSlam. My number 2 pay-per-view is Full Gear, because some of those matches were fucking fire, like Serena Deep versus Deep, whatever the fuck, versus Allison Kay was okay. Kenny Omega versus Hangman Page was fire. Orange Cassidy versus John Silver was a short match, but it was still okay. Darby fucking Allin versus Cody Rhodes.
Cody
And
Rhodes.
they finally they tell a story. They told a story. It was nice.
Yeah.
Dog.
Oh my goodness. And the promos.
Oh my god, the fucking Hikaru Shida versus Nyla Rose, which is pretty good match too. the Young Bucks versus Mac Jackson, Young Bucks versus FTR, which is also can't even say the whole word. Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara, MJF versus Chris Jericho,
Guevara,
and John God motherfucking damn Moxley versus Eddie Kingston. What? Okay.
That match was crazy.
The match was fucking crazy, but the pay-per-view had the right amount of time for each of the matches, you know. And then obviously, my number one goddamn pay-per-view of this year should not be a surprise to anybody who knows me. What my number one pay-per-view was this year. Can anybody tell me what my number one pay-per-view was this year? And it's the only pay-per-view that I was just yelling the name every time I got a chance, even at work. William Regal literally announced it, and he says it in a special way. Does anybody know?
War Games.
It's fucking War Games. It's War Games. And every time he does it, I go, War Games! And my hands raised to the air like I'm a child. Every time. He goes, War Games. I go, War Games! All right. You know, which had Legado de Fantasma versus the, you know, in a 6-man tag, and they won. I'm not going to say who everybody's there. Fucking the first War Games match was his Team Candice versus Shotzi Blackheart, and the first 5 minutes of the opening was better than every pay-per-view that has come on the roster that is the main roster. You had Tommaso Ciampa versus Timothy Thatcher in a literal match of skill. You had Dexter Lumis versus Cameron Grimes, which was just great because it's like you wanted Dexter Lumis to get this guy. Johnny Gargano defeating Damian Priest and Leon Ruff, which Leon Ruff proved he can go, right? And you had the Undisputed Era versus Team McAfee, which that match alone literally put the pay-per-view to me as the pay-per-view of the night, because that match was not only my favorite War Games match, but it had everything in it. It was just like, y'all decided to not pull anything off this thing. And it was just, and it had all the best wrestlers on the goddamn roster in the goddamn match. I was out. Like, the only other time I said it could have been top, and I wish the Kevin Owens in this match too, because I'm like, hey, Kevin Owens made the match good too. But it's neither here nor there. The match that is my pay-per-view of the year. It's War Games. It's War Games. Ah.
I can give you that. That's a good list.
Yeah, to me, it's like the Royal Rumble of the NXT world, because you know Takeover New York is their literal. Yeah, but New York didn't happen this year because of WrestleMania, which is bullshit. So I was pretty pissed at that. So the final match between Gargano and Ciampa happened on regular paper. Whatever. Now, I know this is one that everybody's going to be easy. Everyone can answer here. What is the shittiest matches of 2020 to you guys? This is the easiest one.
Oh, you going shitty? I thought you
any
were
match that Nia Jax was in.
All right. You know what? Pause. I'm gonna switch it up this time. Let's go to the top 3 matches of this year. Okay. Because I know the shitty one is gonna take up the
top 5.
Fine, I will allow it, but I will go first on this one. Okay.
Got you.
All right. Let me think about it for a second. Okay. Number 5 for me is obviously Adam Page versus Kenny Omega. Number 4 is Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, the second time, because it was just completely visceral. I like the story. Number 3 is, which match was it? Then I was like, number 3. Give me a second. I don't remember. Adam Cole versus Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT Championship belt. Number 2 is obviously, I don't know if you guys watch World Collide. World Collide is it was an inter-branded pay-per-view between NXT and NXT UK, and the number 2 match for me of this year was Imperium versus the Undisputed Era. Fire match. If you guys ever get a chance to watch it, watch it. You will not be disappointed. Literally just watching that match of Imperium, because Imperium is really fucking good. And of course, my number one match is the War Games match, the men's War Games match. That's it. I can't really do anything about that. Okay, go ahead.
Who's going?
In no order.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Do what you do. Go ahead.
All right, cool. In no order. Well, actually, yes, this is in order. I'm gonna save the best for last. But in no order, I have to say, I agree with you, Wild Thing, and say, NXT War Games men's match is up there. That's top 5.
Oh, of course.
Also, I have to say, what's his name? Kyle O'Reilly versus
Finn Balor?
Versus Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Versus Finn Balor for NXT Championship. That's also up there. I would also have to say, what's his name? I don't know if you guys saw, but Mustafa Ali versus Ricochet. That was actually a really good match. It happened on Raw of all places, but it was a really good match regardless.
You sure not main event?
Huh?
I said, you sure it didn't happen on main event?
No.
I'm sorry.
And then, of course, I have to throw AEW in there, and my favorite AEW match since AEW has been created. I'm talking about storyline, the promos, the wordplay, everything, the match, everything. Cody Rhodes versus Darby Allin.
Fuck! I forgot to say that. You're right. That match was.
Because that's
fucking
that match was a fucking that was a literal clinic of whatever, dog. I don't even know what to say. That and the Young Bucks match was just fucking fire. Oh my god, I forgot to put those matches. There's so many good matches.
Nope.
To me, what's number one?
Yeah.
What's number one? And this is my favorite fucking match of including 2019 too. I've watched this match at least 4 different times. Johnny Gargano versus Finn Balor versus Adam Cole versus.
Oh my god! Why y'all remind me of that match? God.
There was somebody else too. Oh, versus Tommaso Ciampa. Yo. That match. That was fire. That match is one of those matches where literally they didn't need no promo. Their promo was the Kings of NXT. That's literally all they had to say. That match was ridiculous, man, and I really love that match.
You're right. Oh shit. Go ahead. Whoever else can go. Anybody else can go.
I don't kind of have a specific. Well, I kind of do. I would say Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. Actually, like both. Matches. More specifically, the second one I like because just what having his brother there, Jimmy, and then I just thought the storytelling and stuff like that was good. And then of course, Jay is a really good wrestler, and Roman is. But he's not bad. He's decent, but they're pretty good. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna also have to say I actually did watch that match with the Kings of NXT match. That was some hot fire. That was pretty good. Next I'm gonna have to actually say Top Flight versus the Young Bucks. Top Flight, the story with them is how they came to AEW, and because they actually challenged the Young Bucks. It was just like, yo, look at our stuff, and the Young Bucks was like, can we sign these guys, please, and let's go. And they literally that was really good tag team wrestling. So that match was really good.
Yeah, Vince McMahon forgot what that is.
Yep, I want to put one other match on the card, and this is also just as a tribute because I did go back and look at some of his matches. The dog collar match with Brody Lee and Cody Rhodes.
That match was visceral as fuck.
It was visceral. It was just gnarly, but it was actually, to what I can recall, one of his best matches. of his career so far. And that's saying something because, again, it's Cody Rhodes. And then I would probably have to say my top match. I am going to, of course, again, give it to AEW. I really enjoyed that Cody Darby match.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually really good. I enjoyed the other tag team match that I really liked. I did like the FTR versus Young Bucks. I could have felt as though that they could have, I don't know, that could have just a little bit more. That y'all built this joint up from years. But it was still really good. That was a second, but I just really absolutely enjoyed that Darby Cody Rhodes match. The fact that Darby could not get the win over Cody, and then now it's the belt, and then he finally gets it. And I think that is, it just was perfect. The promos, the in-ring work from both, and it's also a good representation as to how you are building stars. AEW doing it right.
Okay. And Galactic, do you have your matches?
Well, I can't go in order, but I do have matches.
Go ahead.
So
man.
the one AEW match that I did see that I really liked, and I think it was this year, right? Mox versus Kenny Omega.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked that match. That was the one AEW match I actually did see. Through snippets. Basically, after that, it would have to be Roman's match with Jay. Then
which one? Or both?
I think I like the second one, but they're both really good to me because of the story. And it's been a long time since wrestling actually, on the main roster, WWE has actually had a storyline that I was like, Jesus, I need to see this. I need to see what's happening. Before, I guess the only thing that was close to that was the Fiend, when Fiend first came. But then they killed him so quickly so that, it doesn't even compare anymore. If I were to pick another match, I don't think I can think of a third one.
Really?
Oh, yeah, hold on. Daniel Bryan versus AJ on SmackDown. It was right before Daniel. Is he still on SmackDown right now?
Yeah, he's going after Roman Reigns.
Months back.
He made a promo against Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
it was 2 weeks ago. That match. And then you said Ricochet and Mustafa. That was a decent match to me. I like that one.
Yeah.
So those are the ones I will pick.
Alright. So now that everybody's named their joints, now we did forget about New Japan Pro Wrestling. They spit out a couple of 5-star matches. I don't know if anybody remembers.
I don't think anybody here watches New Japan.
All right, but there are a couple of matches on here that I need to put in. Just for there's Will Ospreay versus Hiromu Takahashi, which was what the fuck. That match was fire. Okada versus Ibushi. If anybody remembers, Ibushi was a wrestler in the New Japan Pro Wrestling Classic on the 7. He left and put on a 5-star match with Okada, aka the Moneymaker. And then the Moneymaker and the God of Wrestling also put on a 5-star match at the Wrestle Kingdom. Will Ospreay also rescued Zack Sabre Jr. in a 5-star match. Another match, if anybody can remember, Kenny Omega and Adam Page versus the Young Bucks. Anybody heard about that?
Mm-hmm.
We got
in New Japan or AEW.
This is AEW. We got the Best Friends versus Santana and Ortiz. Oh no, yeah, the Best Friends versus Santana and Ortiz, which that match was goddamn what the fuck. Oh my God, Vince, are you watching? Because this is what tag team wrestling is. You got Shingo versus Will Ospreay, which everybody knows is also in AEW. Kota Ibushi. Let me go ahead and ignore the Japanese joint, New Japan joints. We got Walter versus Dragunov. Did anybody see that match?
Oh,
no, I remember that though. But
that was a regular fucking match on regular NXT UK, and that match literally had my jaw on the floor to the point where I was like, Walter, Dragunov, don't let Vince touch you. Ever.
Yeah, Dragunov is vicious, bro.
Walter alone. I was like, Walter, is a beast in that ring.
Mm-hmm.
He's a technical marvel.
I gotta start watching. I gotta start watching UK.
You need to start
I'm not
watching
even gonna
NXT.
make that. I'm not even gonna say that because I know I'm not.
It's fine. Of course, Young Bucks versus FTR is on that little list of the 5-star matches, and the best match is definitely a Noah promotion match. So we don't gotta worry about it.
Are you looking this up or?
No, I put some matches that I literally forgot to put, say. But all right. Now let's get this over with. Okay. The shittiest fucking matches. Okay. The shittiest matches.
Oh, can I go first?
Go ahead, buddy.
The more you think about it, the more like comes to your mind.
Yes.
Money in the Bank, Ladder Match.
Oh yes.
Easily on the list. I don't even have to think. That's easily there. Then you have Hell in a Cell between Randy and Drew.
Mm-hmm.
Garbage match.
Pointless.
Mm-hmm. Then the last one, I want to say Survivor Series. The Women's Survivor Series match was bad. It was horrible. Oh, you know what? Fucking. While I'm thinking of Survivor Series, not Survivor Series, Hell in a Cell. One match I forgot to mention for best match is also Sasha versus Bayley. Hell in a Cell.
Yes, but we are beyond that now, Chief. We're beyond that now, buddy.
But yeah,
we're on the shitty matches.
I named all mine.
We can only do 3.
You can go over.
Go ahead. Go as much as you want. Because there wasn't just 3 shitty matches this year.
Alright, so I'm gonna just piggyback off of Galactic. Money in the Bank was atrocious. Women and men. Just go with the whole pay-per-view.
Because didn't they happen simultaneously? It was just
they happened simultaneously.
I hated the John Cena match versus The Fiend. I felt like that was stupid and pointless. It felt like it wasn't even wrestling. Like, what was I watching?
It wasn't. It was
ruthless aggression.
Then there was something else too. I also agree with the Hell in a Cell, Randy Orton. That was stupid. What else? This is Survivor Series, men's, women's. What else? Oh, Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt.
The swamp match.
The first one, the swap month. Yeah, that was stupid. Let's do what else? It's just coming to me, bro. It's flowing through my mind. Apollo Crews.
Let the creative juices flow.
Apollo Crews versus the Hurt Business Part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Until Bobby Lashley took the belt off of this man. Very, very bad, and it destroyed Apollo Crews. Like, they built him up to build him down for what? But regardless, besides the point, every match involving Retribution. I'm gonna just put a pause on it there. I feel like there's more.
But besides Mustafa and Ali, no, not Mustafa and Ali. What's his
Mustafa and Ali?
Besides that match, Retribution has been trash. Yes. I said Mustafa and Ali.
I got more.
Keep if you want to go ahead.
What's her name? Oh my gosh, what's her name? Yes, the big girl, Nia Jax. Yes, her.
Steakhouse.
And every time she steps into a square circle, very bad. Damn. Oh yeah, Elimination Chamber women's match, very, very disgusting. There's no point of having that match. You should have just had Shayna Baszler literally in a handicap match. Then you could have done that instead of waste the pay-per-view for that. What else?
Only to waste it in general.
Exactly. Men's Royal Rumble. And honestly,
damn, I was gonna say that one too.
Women's Royal Rumble, like, it was just I'm gonna just stop because it was a lot. It really was.
This whole year just had a lot of bad. That's why I was you said about 3 good pay-per-views or okay. There's a lot of pay-per-views I walked away from and regretting watching this year.
I'm gonna just stop because if I keep going, it's just I'm gonna end up naming like 95% of the pay-per-views.
People wonder why I like stop actually watching whole episodes of wrestling. Like, I just watch
y'all
the
thought I
highlights.
was lying. Y'all thought I was lying when I said, yeah, I don't watch this shit.
Spirit.
Yes.
I don't blame y'all.
Your turn.
I don't blame y'all one bit.
Any match. Yeah, I'm gonna be also piggybacking while also adding some joints on any match with Nia Jax. That Raw Underground shit.
Oh my god, I forgot about
That was a good one.
The shit that they was doing with what's her name when they little tag team Natalya and Dana Brooke, any of those fucking matches. The men's Royal Rumble up until the point where Brock Lesnar got fucking Claymore kicked out the ring. The women's joint, just throw the whole thing in the trash because Charlotte won it, so throw the whole thing in the trash.
She did win the Royal Rumble. Oh my god, there's so many bad choices this year.
Hold on, I just part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton. Them drinks was all trash. Yeah, that swamp match was trash. Shit. What the hell else was trash? I'm sorry. I don't know. Sorry, not sorry. That greatest wrestling match, or whatever like that. That drink was some garbage.
Damn.
I did not care about that. The Fiend and Goldberg. That was just.
That was stupid. No, so stupid.
Yeah, that takes the cake. Let's see what else. I'm not even gonna count the Brock Lesnar and Ricochet shit because that was 5 seconds, and I think that's literally part of Brock Lesnar's contract that he can't go over more than 10 minutes in a match or 5 minutes in a match. Excuse me. So that just makes sense. Any of the shit, or while I'm at it, besides any of the shit with Braun Strowman and The Fiend, besides that swamp match, that shit was just disgusting. The Money in the Bank match, that shit was just nasty. I have another match too. What's his name? When he came out as Mr. Rogers, Bray Wyatt, in the Miz, him and the Miz, y'all remember that?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yes. No.
No. anything with the Miz. Anything with the Miz. That joint is just nasty. No.
Exactly.
I mean, the story was Jesus Christ.
Y'all killing the Miz too?
No. The Miz is disgusting.
Bryan said it best.
Man, you
Miz
giving
is trash.
Normally I let him slide because we all know he's trash, but you got to call him out on him. Damn.
No, he's trash. Like he's just straight garbage.
How is he gonna get better?
Damn, he's not. Damn.
He is not. I don't think he's had any fucking good matches this year. Like he even had a match. He had a match with just now actually with Grand Metalik. I actually had to look this up. I'm pretty sure that match was garbage. The Drake was the handicap match with him and Keith Lee. Even Keith Lee could not save him. Where it was Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, 2 good wrestlers versus 2 shitty wrestlers. That match was not good. Him and Bray Wyatt, that match was not good. Him and Drew McIntyre was not good. Him and Otis was not good. John Morrison and then versus El Gran Dorado and Tucky, that was not good. Jeff Hardy and Matt Riddle versus him and John Morrison, not good. I'm looking at his whole list. None of these matches are good. Oh, excuse me. I lied. The matches where it is good is Daniel Bryan joints, and that we already know the reason why. He's not good. He's not good.
Promos, but he's a bad wrestler.
No, lately, no, he is not.
Oh, lately, no. Yeah, he's not.
That's just because they've been writing with him is just not it. Morrison is killing the Miz, and I say that because he's making him too silly, and the Miz
comical,
is serious. Yeah.
Yeah, all of these matches. Like, yeah, don't get me started. I actually had to Google his shit, and I'm about to sit here and Google fucking these nasty ass Dana Brooke matches
Oh my god.
I was thinking
Jesus.
about her
where
too.
she only do one goddamn move in
Mm.
her whole match.
The little, it's
That
like a
backhand spring, that
cartwheel. Yeah.
backflip, yeah, that shit.
Hmm.
Go ahead and go click on this
Mandy
shit.
Rose too. Mandy Rose, all she do is the little pump knee strike 4 or 5 times in one match.
I don't think Mandy Rose is good. I think she's slightly better than Dana Brooke because at least she know how to take a damn bump. But
Yeah.
yeah, speaking of Mandy Rose, yeah, Dana Brooke, Shayna Baszler not good. Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose versus one half of Samoa Steakhouse and Shayna Baszler not good. Dana Brooke and Reckoning not good. Lana and Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Asuka, Dana Brooke, Mandy Rose not good. Even Asuka couldn't save them.
Mm-mm.
Lana and Natalya versus Dana Brooke. No, none of these are good.
Nope.
None of these are good. Her and Lacey Evans, Sarah Logan, like these people are trash.
Don't forget about the match, the Mandy Rose match versus Sonya Deville. That was bad.
Oh yeah, that was just.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Speaking of which, hold on, why they got Lacey Evans put up right here? Let me see her. Her Peyton Royce with Oscar shot. Yeah, that.
Jesus.
Sure. Her and Alexis Bliss. Yeah, yeah. Google is just dragging. I'm not even doing this, sir. This is Google that's dragging these people. I'm just reading it out loud.
Damn.
Yeah. It really was a lot of bad matches, bro.
Jesus Christ.
And you wonder why these people, have not gone back to the Performance Center, but other wrestlers, you know what? Let me just not.
Keith Lee need to go back.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Keith Lee need to go back. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm too fat.
Really? I think so.
No, that's just what Mr. McMahon thinks.
I'm being sarcastic. Yeah, I was being sarcastic. Yeah, no. Vince McMahon has sent Otis back. And I don't know if you guys remember. So remember when Keith Lee, when it was the Survivor Series, where NXT was in it, and he went toe to toe with Roman, and then Roman gave him a little dap for respect, and then a report came out literally like the next day or like 2 days later saying, "Oh, Vince McMahon was so impressed with Keith Lee, and he's speaking his praises and all this other kind of shit." This man has been on the main roster for how long? And now Vince McMahon apparently is another report saying, "Oh, he's not happy with how the big man and that he's employed are wrestling." What? So I just don't fucking get it.
Big Show. I don't get
right, Big Show, and Big Show was just fucking so goddamn sloppy. Like when you look at big men, like if I will tell you to look at a big man wrestling, I would tell you look at Keith Lee, Big E, Killian Dane. Go look at them big men, and you like, y'all sure y'all some big men, and they be sitting there fucking moving, doing the things. Granted, Big E needs to stop fucking diving.
And fucking what's his name too? The Russian guy. He's a part of Retribution now, but before that, he was a great big man.
Yeah.
Forgot his name.
Yeah.
But he
was a slap a dick. Or pancake or whatever. I don't know.
T-bone.
Yeah. Oh, T-bone. Yeah. Yeah. They need to stop fucking doing that. But
look, Dominic Dijakovic and Keith Lee put on a great match. So I was a little confused when him and Dijakovic could they did backflips in their match in the middle of the fucking ring. So yeah, but it's either here nor there.
But big man.
Yeah. Any more matches, Spirit?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm sorry.
All right. It is my turn. Okay. All right. I'm gonna start off by saying the shittiest matches for me of this year, starting with one of them. Excuse me. I'm gonna say the female Royal Rumble, which was a shitty match, especially with the ending. Hold up. In TLC, it was obviously I thought the Oscar and Charlotte match was the shittiest match of that night, so that was a shitty match of the year. Sasha Banks vs. Carmella was also a shitty match, and Sasha Banks couldn't save that match to save her life. At Survivor Series, the men's Survivor Series match was crap, simply because it literally wasted our times. And of course, Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn was a crap match. Hell in a Cell, obviously the match that I thought Elias versus Jeff Hardy was dumb. And Bobby Lashley versus Slapjack was fucking stupid. At Payback, I'm just going through a couple of the pay-per-views. It was Matt Riddle versus King Corbin. That was not a good match. The Riot Squad versus the Iconics wasn't a good match, obviously. Clash of Champions. What this shitty? I know I had a shitty match here.
Also, I just noticed you called him King Corbin.
Yeah, I'm not calling him. Okay, so at the pay-per-view Clash of Champions, Shinsuke and Cesaro versus the Lucha House Party was a shitty match. I know. Oh shit, that match with Sami Zayn, Jeff Hardy, and AJ Styles was a good match. We should have said so. Somebody should have said that. The Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza for the 30th time. And then there's the horror show. The horror show was Kevin Owens versus Murphy was not a good match.
Any of the Seth Rollins versus Rey Mysterio matches.
All of the Rey Mysterio, 25 of them. Seth Rollins, the eye for an eye match was not good. Yeah, the eye for an eye match wasn't that great. Bray Wyatt versus Braun Strowman in the Swamp Fight. That was a pretty dumb match, which didn't even end correctly. Backlash 2020. We got Apollo versus Andrade, which was an okay match, but it really wasn't that good. We got Asuka versus Nia Jax, which ended a double count on a Fade Back and Remember. That match was a piece of shit. And then, obviously, at Super Showdown, where do I start? The OC versus the Viking Raiders, the whole gauntlet match, the Angel Garza match, fucking Brock Lesnar versus Ricochet, and of course the shittiest match of the year to me is The Fiend versus Goldberg.
I forgot that happened.
Everybody forgets that happened because that match was so fucking bad. Why did they do that? Why did they do that?
Very few matches actually anger me.
That was one of the matches that angered you, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That one pissed me off a little bit. Yeah, it really did.
Wait, didn't Roman Reigns fight? No, that was last year. All right. Okay. Does anybody else have anything else to say?
I do.
Huh?
Yeah, I wanted to add. Shit, it was just on the tip of my hat until I was hearing you spit off matches, and then I thought about some good ones that I wanted to add in there. But
go ahead.
Fuck it, it's all good. I don't remember now. I fucking lost it. It was on the tip of my tongue.
Okay, and so I guess I could add something. Anybody have a superstar of the year?
Oh, yes, most definitely.
No.
Kyle O'Reilly.
I must have to say Adam Cole. No, what? No,
really?
Fuck that. I want to change it. Darby Allin.
Oh, can we do AEW and WWE?
Okay, Darby Allin and Adam Cole.
All right, cool. Yeah, Darby Allin and Kyle O'Reilly.
What about you, Spirit?
No.
Jesus Christ.
That's not me. That's not even. Oh, you can combine, or are we supposed to do like one each, or
you can combine? Jesus.
Oh well, no, I wasn't being rude. I just was like, eh. I would have to actually say Cody Rhodes.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah, Cody, with him and doing what's right and stuff like that for his company. Even the
Mm.
backlash and the ridicule that people were saying as far as with him, people saying, "Oh, why does you got AEW wants to build new stars, so why did Cody get the belt in the TNT Championship?" And then the match he had with Brody Lee and stuff like that, and how he got that, and then when Cody came back and all the other kind of stuff. Of course, it was all part of the master plan, and you put a championship on the most well recognized names and stuff like that, and you build your stars around said person. That way, when these stars are bright enough and high enough, then they could be ready to take the championships and all that other kind of stuff, as what we saw with the Cody and Darby Allin match and stuff. Which it may actually look like Sting will be mentoring Darby, which I'm so here for.
It's gonna be lit.
But yes, but somebody and Cody is not that Cody is even that much older, but Cody is already in the mindset of what a certain person like people that's older than him, like a AJ Styles or whatever like that, is supposed to have that mindset of I need to make room or help carve the path out for the younger generation for these other guys and stuff. Everybody knows who Cody Rhodes is.
Mm.
I didn't know who Orange Cassidy was. I didn't know who Darby Allin was. I didn't know who. Well, I heard of Adam Hangman Page. I don't know where I heard his name from though, but I have heard of him before. He came to AEW. But that's what he did.
People.
Yeah, and he, was completely. He's just selfless, and that's what I think. Besides, makes a good wrestler. Besides, his promo works. First of all, is hot fire.
Mm-hmm.
His in-ring work, again, in case you haven't noticed, my two top matches for this year was Cody Rhodes matches, and I think everybody also besides Galactic named had a Cody Rhodes match and stuff like that was in it. But it's also what you do to give back to the community and stuff like that. So that's why I would give that to Cody.
It's a good point. It's a great point.
Yes. Did everybody go yet? Was there?
No, Galactic has to go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what are we doing?
Oh my god.
Did we not do? Didn't I already say my worst matches? Aren't we doing worst matches?
No.
I already said I don't have a best superstar. I was like, wait. I was so confused.
Oh my god.
I don't have one. I don't. I honestly can't give one out. I would say McIntyre, but he's overstayed his welcome. I would say AJ Styles.
On either.
I don't watch AEW enough to say anything about AEW.
Dude,
you're just a vicious guy, bro. You're a vicious guy.
Dude, hold up. Did I just hear you say something about bad matches?
Huh?
What did I just hear you do?
No, because listen, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Just know I don't have a superstar to pick.
No superstars and none of the fucking anything.
No.
Not a single superstar. Not even Drew McIntyre.
No, I'm not giving it to McIntyre. He's overstayed his welcome.
What the fuck? Can you
I
at least
say
elaborate?
that because elaborate. All of his it's not him. It's his matchups. So his title reign just it ain't working for me.
Who do you want him to face?
Anyone that's not who he was facing. Like, who was he fighting for half the year now? Randy and what's his name? Who was before Randy?
Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, Keith Lee,
no.
Big Show.
No.
Who else? Those are the main people. But Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, Keith Lee, Big Show. Oh, he's fought Roman Reigns. He's also fought Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley. Yeah, he fought a lot of people.
Unpar people. Yeah.
Okay, unpar, no.
Bobby Lashley, unpar, but
I'm about to say Bobby Lashley in it, Chief. Bobby Lashley still sucks in the ring.
He fought some okay people. Like his title reign is justifiable with what the Raw roster has. You can't expect him to fight somebody like Adam Cole or Tommaso Ciampa.
It don't
But he
work for
could
me,
go,
bro.
though.
I'm sorry.
That's the fucked up part.
Don't.
No, he couldn't. Because I swear to God, if they pull up any of those people from NXT onto Raw, I promise you, I will cancel my WWE subscription and I will never ever watch that shit again.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what happened?
If Undisputed Era gets called up,
Or
They
Tommaso.
Oh, They will.
Eventually.
you know they already said no. So
Yeah.
NXT's only
Oh, they
gonna have
did?
so many spaces.
yeah.
I
no,
hope
I'm
them-
sorry.
I
No,
hope-
I'm
I
sorry.
hope
I
they
didn't
leave.
recall hearing a report about it because I know Tommaso said it, Johnny, Candace. I know they said it. I just didn't hear anything about them.
I really hope that they leave and they go to somewhere. If Vince forces them to pull up, I hope they leave and I hope they go to AEW because at that point, that's what Vince McMahon gets because those are some of your best breadwinners. People watch WWE for people like Tommaso Ciampa, literally. So, yeah, no. I to answer your question, honest, no, I would no. Mm-mm. Even though it's a hypothetical, no.
Yeah, no,
But-
I would quit myself because I'm not watching.
Right.
Like I'm not.
But going back to what Terrell said,
What the fuck?
Hey,
Well,
man,
all they're gonna do is, as soon as they bring them up, change their. Oh yeah, I heard that. All they're gonna do is, as soon as they bring them up, change their theme song, make a shitty excuse about it, change their ring attire, make a shitty excuse about it, and then
Change their
wrestle a few
name and call them
matches,
the Dude Bros.
Dude bros, and then the team
Does
up
anybody
now,
remember what they did to the War Raiders?
They're just gonna be the era. It's just gonna be the era.
Yeah, it's not gonna be Adam Cole. It's just Cole.
They're gonna call them the boys.
Kylo Riley is gonna be Kylo.
That
Roger
Kylo
Strong,
really
they just gonna Roger Strong. They just gonna call him Headlight.
Headlight.
You know, Roger Strong's
his
forehead
forehead
is-
shines bright like a diamond.
It's dome piece.
that man.
Shines bright like a diamond.
That's what How fucked up would that be if they took Roger Strong, put him in Retribution, and his name would be Dome Piece? That would be
Oh
so.
my goodness.
You know, it'd be that's also still cheating in wrestling because it's like, yo, if Roger Strong was in Elder Scrolls Skyrim, he could headbutt the dragon to death like immediately. He went full throw headbutt.
Dome.
Yeah, exactly. Full throw dome, and then the fucking dragon would instantaneously die. I mean.
Did I mention that you guys are terrible? I just thought
You see where I get it from? I get it from a certain somebody. I didn't used to be like this.
That's not what I was told. From someone's
Oops.
mother.
Oh my god.
I guess terrible people love each other too much. Because I have a terrible best friend, a bestie friend. All right.
Any whoosies?
Anything else in the wrestling world we want to talk about before we move on to our gaming?
The world that I actually pay attention to.
Yes, we're gonna move into the gaming in a second. I'm gonna take a brief call to call the other person that's supposed to be here because yeah, I'm sexy and I know it.
Pause. First call.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna step.
Goodbye, people.
Goodbye, Mr. Gucci Kaido, with your uber gayness.
No.
Alright, y'all.
So now, all right, man. Man, don't let the bed Peter spike. All right. You want to take a brief intermission here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and call Darkwave and see if he can get on with the gaming one, and then we will finish up from there.
Also, when you calling him, babe, keep that Gusty's bathroom.
Okay. Welcome back,
Freddy.
everybody. Oh, snap. Got me off guard. Welcome back, everybody. We took a brief intermission. Some people, just left us unnecessarily. Those being Gucci Kaido, because he's getting his Peter on. It's an inside joke if
Oh.
anybody. I am an evil person. I'm going to hell for this. Anywho, when he hears this part, he's gonna laugh. Hello, everybody. This year, we talked about wrestling in this year, how hard it was to find good matches and good pay-per-views, but now it's on time to move on to the video game aspect, the other part of the podcast that we all love to talk about. How are you guys today? How do you guys feel about gaming this year?
Yeah.
Well, those of you that could get a next
shitty
gen
console launch.
Yeah,
You guys went to the same place.
I mean, we can talk about the shitty console launch if y'all want to.
I mean, outside that,
Oh, God.
fine.
Outside of that, yeah. But let's go ahead and start from the bottom. What's the 3 most anticipated games you guys are prepared for next year, man?
3. So, no, I can name 3. Ratchet and Clank,
Of course.
Resident Evil 8, and lastly, Horizon.
Oh wow.
Of course.
Oh wow. Sounds like somebody else's list that I know.
Shut up.
What? How do I get a shut up? What? You're being so mean. What did I do to
Good.
you? Oh shit. But yeah, so I didn't think you was a Ratchet and Clank fan, man. What? You just randomly gonna get Ratchet and Clank?
It just looks like a good game, and I know of Ratchet and Clank. I've played a couple of them before in my life.
Thank you.
I just didn't think you would get it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat
Why?
it. I don't
What would
know.
make you think you wouldn't
I've never
want
heard
Ratchet and
or
Clank?
seen you play Ratchet and Clank in your life.
And
I just didn't think you. I'm sorry. I just didn't think you played. I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
Thank you.
he sounds like he's judging me.
I am judging.
He
you,
is
yes.
judging a book by its cover. Terrible.
I'm judging the shit out of you if you haven't noticed. But
You
yeah,
didn't think I would like Persona either, but I liked Persona 5.
I had to troll you into actually playing Persona 5. Get out of here.
You have to troll me into playing Persona 5.
Yes, I had to troll you, and then you played it. And it was like, all right, this is fire. This is heat. This is fire.
Nah, it's not how it.
What was your other game?
Resident Evil 8, because I play all Resident Evils, because crackhead, I am one of those. Besides that,
Stuff is addicting.
it was Horizon, and Ratchet and Clank.
I didn't even see you play Horizon. When did you play some Horizon ever?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Literally, I know you're joking, but I literally platinumed that game. So
That's not what I saw. I never saw you do that. I don't know what you're talking about.
well, I guess there's another glass there that
Okay.
played Horizon that you talked to sometime.
Anywho, yeah, this is gonna be real easy. Spirit, what are your 3
No,
games?
I shall go last.
Darkwave, what are your 3 games that you are prepared for of next year, or when they come out?
Let's see. I don't even know what's coming. Let's see what is coming out next year.
I don't know.
Let's
Yeah.
see. What's that? That one game got pushed by the 2022.
Which game?
Tales of Arise.
Cyberpunk?
That
Oh no, that's
no.
Tell us
Grand
right.
Blue Relink.
Oh yeah.
Grand Blue Relink pushed back to 2022, so that's irrelevant to me.
Ooh.
Tales of Arise says next year, but that'll probably be pushed back too, so that's irrelevant to me. And I don't know what else is coming out. I'll just say Resident Evil 8 because why not? I don't know. Everything I wanted to get pushed back for the most part.
Damn.
If I'm being honest.
Damn. I didn't think you felt that way, bro.
I mean, there's just nothing. I mean, everything coming out is the same shit. Like I don't care about God of War. I don't. Horizon is good, but whatever. I mean, that's fine. I just don't care. I've never cared about God of War. I've only owned one of them.
Which one?
I've played most of them. 3. I've only owned 3. I beat 1 and 2 because my dad had them. I didn't even play the last one because I just don't care. They're great games. I just don't care.
Damn,
From the MMO aspect, I mean, ain't nothing coming out that I'll probably even be able to play because probably won't come out anyway. Like I said, Tales of Arise, I would be excited for that, but no release date. Grand Blue Saga look good. No, pushed back to 2022. Outriders is a loot game. We already know how that's going to turn. So, I mean, I don't even know what else is coming out.
Okay.
Like, it's really nothing. Fuck Ratchet and Clank. It's way too old. Too many. I don't care.
Damn.
So it's just like, I just don't care. Like, I legit do not care. Like, half these games coming out, legitimately, are good games. Ratchet and Clank, it's been going on for almost 10 years. I just, whatever. I just don't care. Horizon, I mean, sure, I'll probably get it, but I'm not, I mean, unless it does something revolutionary, it's going to be just like the first one. You know, a good story, a good game. My thoughts on Horizon is the same thoughts of Last of Us. Whatever. I'll play it because I'll play it. Resident Evil 8, I mean, even that game, honestly speaking, I could care less. I want that series to end. After 6, that game should have ended. But no, we gotta keep going on. So, I mean...
Until I get another Leon Kennedy game, Resident Evil doesn't own.
No, he's not in the games. He's strictly the movies, which...
Chief,
good for him.
If Leon doesn't
He's
have
strictly
another
for
game,
CG movies.
He should have been the main character of this game because he is Mr. Kennedy and he has all the even games under his belt. But no, Capcom, you fucked it up.
Well, he's getting his own CG series, so therefore, they're trying to spread the load because Chris. I mean, it's all canon. So if you are a Resident Evil fan, you must watch those movies because those movies are actually canon to the story.
Are those the ones on Netflix? No, the ones on Netflix are live action.
Yes, I'm talking about the CG movies. Degeneration, Damnation, Trash Can Vendetta, and this new one coming out. They're all canon. So if you're a true Resident Evil fan, you must go watch all of those movies. And all of those movies, ironically, have Leon in.
Because he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
I mean, he's great and all, but let's not forget Resident Evil 6.
Nah, that's not his fault. He had the best part of that.
I mean, it's not. It's the director's fault for throwing in all these other characters that should not have been in there. Yeah. Jake, Chris, Helena, Pierce. Even though Pierce is probably the best character in the entire game. Those characters wouldn't supposed to be in the game. It would be Leon and
should have gave Chris Jill. Just saying.
Wow.
It would have been nice.
Chris and Jill should have long been retired. Like, they're old as shit.
Nah.
After Resident Evil 5, they should have retired. They killed Wesker. Well, what else is there for them? Their story arc is already done. This is why I don't... as a fan of Resident Evil who's read the books, who's caught up on the canon, watched all the CGI, I look at Resident 8, and I don't care if it's a great game. I'm in it for the story. And the story has never really been good. But for someone who's been following for so long, I know all the ins and outs. So it's like, okay. The fuck else you gonna shoot in this game? You give me another character I could care two shits about. Ethan. I don't care about Ethan. He's just there.
Wow.
You know, I don't care about who. Listen, I just want to play Resident Evil 8 because I know Chris popped a cap in me, and that's all I want to see. I want to see that.
I mean, but that'll probably all be a troll, and it'll turn out to be unfulfilled. Like, they're not going to show you that scene and then live up to the. You know this. They show you that scene because it's obviously that it's obviously the least important part of the entire game.
It's also probably
It's just for talking points.
I mean, you're not wrong, Chief.
I mean, you right, but I mean,
I just can't do it. I mean, I just can't get excited. I can't get excited. I just can't.
You got put like that.
I'm a realist, man. I just can't get excited for it. Like half these games, all my stuff has been delayed. Everything I want to play is either been delayed, not coming out, or I don't know when it comes out.
Oh damn. Okay.
Like Tales of Arise, Bayonetta 3. What the fuck is Bayonetta 3? I haven't heard shit about Bayonetta 3 in almost 4 years.
Oh, come on, man.
Right. I heard something. Nintendo's supposed to release information.
Bayonetta 3, would that be necessary?
I mean, they came out and said, yeah, it's still in development, but I don't need to hear that. I need to see. I don't care what they say. They've been saying it's still in development for the last 3 years.
Didn't they give us a Metroid Prime 4 teaser last year?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
It's still in development.
For that. What the fuck is that? Yeah, it's still in development. Oh yeah, we had to restart the franchise. Yeah, I guess after Other M, you decided to change some stuff, huh?
Yeah.
But it's
like Sam is talking.
All my games. Yeah, confession time. All my games are in limbo, right? Everything I want is in limbo. Any MMO I want, Blue Protocol. That's Japan. That'll probably be 2021. Only in Japan. Project BBQ Dungeon Fire 3D. Who knows when the fuck would that come out? Blade and Soul 2, that won't come out for consoles. Who gives a shit? The Final Fantasy 14 expansion, who the fuck knows when that'll be out? Probably the summertime.
Another expansion for Final Fantasy 14.
Sorry, that game's not ending. No time soon.
It does.
If WoW is still coming out with expansions, yeah. If WoW is still going on for almost 15 years, you think Final Fantasy 14 is gonna stop?
No.
Final Fantasy 16, I would be excited for that, but knowing that fucking company, that shit will come out to 2022. Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2?
Hold up.
Who knows when that's coming?
Hold up. No, it won't be 2022. It'd be 2030. What are you talking about?
Look, man, either way, all my stuff was in limbo. Final Fantasy 7 Part 2, I couldn't care less, but my goodness, where is that coming out? 2023? 2030? 2045?
2050 for Final Fantasy Remake Part 2. They even
there's that Persona 5 Strikers. Yeah, I guess.
That's coming out. That's going to be cool.
I mean, there's always Dynasty Warriors, not Empires, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yay!
Alright.
Not playing that shit.
You can get excited for Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires. I'm going to be like, nah.
I'm ready to shit all over it.
Get that
I'm ready to shit all over
out of here. Get it out of here.
We can go on, because I've said.
Okay. Because Spirit is going last on this. So, my 3 games that I can't wait for this year or whenever it comes out. It's No More Heroes 3, which is coming out in 2021. Can't wait for that. That's going to be freaking cool. That game. Yep.
Forgot about that one. Oops. Well, you can add that to my list. There you go. That's my third one. There you go.
Yep. Halo Infinite.
Delayed.
Yep. To August. And Monster Hunter Rise.
Shit will come out to the fall.
It says August.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Rise. I can't wait.
I could have sworn that the Halo said November, sir. Fall 2021. I could have sworn it said fall.
It says August, from what I see. Wait, what the fuck? Yeah, August of 2020. November. You know what? I don't even give a fuck. I'm getting mixed signals here. But Halo Infinite would be the killer app of Xbox, and I haven't gotten it. So therefore, I've been playing the Messenger on my Xbox, which is a pretty good game. But I can't include it on nothing. And let me see if there's any other games I am like, I need it. No, not right now. Not that I can think of. Even looking at the list of games for, yeah. You got this giant ass list. I don't see anything. Yep. Okay, Spirit. It's your turn.
Well, somebody ruined my list, so yeah.
What?
Back 4 Blood. Yeah, you ruined my list. Back 4 Blood comes out June next year.
Oh yeah, I know you can't wait for that.
Finally gets the closest. That's the closest thing I get to Left 4 Dead 3.
Yeah. No,
Horizon. Shut up. Horizon looks fantastic. I enjoyed the first game. I literally one fucking trophy away from platining the game, and that trophy has eluded me, which made me very angry. But the second game should be good. And Ratchet and Clank, bring back my childhood. They redid Crash Bandicoot, which I gotta get. So maybe hopefully we can either get a new Spyro game or finally get a new Jack and Daxter so I can relive my childhood again.
Hopefully you would.
Yes.
I'm surprised you're also not saying Deathloop. No one said Deathloop.
One they got it did get delayed, but that's not. That's a certain games. It's ones that I'm not gonna get like day one. Those 3 that I named are ones that I'm gonna definitely get like day one. Mm-hmm. Games like Deathloop, I'm probably just gonna wait, or if someone else in the house is getting that game, see how they play it, because I don't want to end up in the same situation I did with Godfall. Remember how excited I was for Godfall? Like, wow, this game looks good. You know, it got the hack and slash, and you know, I could choose. I could, have a sword, or I could have a little shield joint with a spear or some shit, little dual weapon joint. And then, when the game came out,
Dark Wave was like, it's a looter game.
I have that.
What are you expecting?
And the game was shit.
I have that game.
Excuse me. It's not even that the game is shit. It's just so fucking boring. I was so bored every time I loaded up the fucking game. I either fell asleep or did everything but play the fucking game. Like, I was so bored with this game, I literally had to put Spotify music on just to sit here and try to like get hyped to actually like do shit in the game. It just was so fucking boring. So I don't want that same shit to happen with Deathloop. Granted, it does seem like an interesting concept. It does seem nice, whatever like that. But certain games, like for example, Stray, Deathloop, shit, what's that other game? That indie game? The one where like you kind of like skating around. That shit. I would kind of get those games. Probably not day one. They're on my list to look at once they come out so I can see. But Horizon, Back 4 Blood, and Ratchet and Clank, day one for me.
All right. Good. It's all good. Moving on. How about your guys' biggest disappointments, man? I want to hear about the disappointments of this year.
Who
wants to start with their disappointments?
Sir, this console launch, this was not it. If a certain somebody did not get fortunate enough where he secured 2, I would not be a happy spirit right now.
Letdowns for the year, huh?
What came out for the year?
We had a decent year. Watch Dogs. Cyberpunk, Doom, Avengers, Animal Crossing.
I have another one.
Yes.
3.
Hold up.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
That did not come out this year.
What was that? Was that beginning of this year?
No.
That was last year.
That was last year, Chief.
Oh, was last year? Okay. Sorry, I'm still disappointed. That's how long the disappointment has lasted. I thought the shit came out this year. Sorry.
Oh, shit.
January, we had Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. We had Kingdom Hearts.
Wasn't that game not good?
It wasn't. I'm just naming things that came out this year. So so we can pick through.
I had my disappointment of the year. It's not even a bad game.
Oh yeah, no. We'll talk about it.
It looks like February. Yakuza.
Oh, do you know what you're going to say, Mr. Wildfire?
Oh yeah, I know. It's a part of my list too. Trust me.
Let's see. I'm trying to look a quick glance
I mean,
through
to be honest,
everything.
there wasn't really that many bad or disappointing games this year, to be honest. But this has actually been a good year for games. It's just that the
It
console
doesn't feel like it.
launch stuff. Well, the console launch kind of
Yep.
shit the like that. Honestly, that right there is like the biggest. I guess as far as like games as a whole, like in terms of gameplay
Yeah.
or the games themselves, it hasn't really been that many disappointments. The disappointments has been due to the pandemic, the delays, and then the way these systems have launched since they've released in November. Those have been the real disappointments. I mean,
Okay.
but as far as the actual games itself that's released, I can only really think of, well, at least that I've played, I can only really think of one.
I think I got my list. My
Yeah.
list, my 3.
Yeah. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
So, for me, Last of Us 2.
Obviously.
You yes, obviously. Then you have what's that? I literally was just looking at it. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Avengers.
That's gonna be on
And-
everybody. That's gonna be on everyone's list. But that's gonna be on a different list for me.
Was a disappointment as well.
Oh, Cyberpunk was a disappointment. What?
I can't say that. Personal. And Avengers being a disappointment. I mean, let's face it, we already knew where that was going. Looter game.
Oh shit.
Actually, gonna beat the game tonight, by the way.
Of what game?
Cyber trash. So okay, it's not trash, but Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Go ahead. Darkwave?
Me?
Yeah. Go.
I mean, the only game I can say that I played that was really a huge disappointment to me was Resi 3. Personally.
Ooh.
I
That
wanted
game.
to say Resident Evil 3, but I actually had too much.
It
fun
wasn't-
today. It was a disappointment.
It wasn't bad. It's just that what they did for Nemesis in that initial gameplay, no. The cutout content, the basically tacked on DLC, which it should have just been with the way that that game was. That was probably my biggest disappointment of the year. Everything else, I mean, I could say, maybe Borderlands 3 only because of all the damn nerfs we kept getting. That practically killed the game for me.
Yeah.
I really don't put that as a disappointment because I did enjoy the game.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of that, I really haven't had any, like, gameplay disappointments. It's been more, console releases or delays or just nothing being announced, like Elden Ring. Just on pre-order, but we know nothing about it.
Elden Ring is on pre-order?
Yeah, apparently. He's on pre-order on the PlayStation Store, but we know nothing about it. So
Double check
it's
that
like...
right now.
Yeah, that would be dumb.
That's
if you
why
bought
it
that.
may be taken down. IGN put it up. It may be down by now, but
That would be literal foolishness if people go, I'm gonna go buy it right now. I would be like, I don't know how.
I mean, it just really hasn't been. I think Resi 3 has definitely been my biggest of the year.
I can see that.
I can.
It's under. I get it. Play Nightmare mode or this and that. That's the thing. I shouldn't have to go to such lengths to experience something that should have been in base game in terms of the Nemesis itself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like he was a set piece, and it was terrible.
I feel like for people like me, who they are Resident Evil fans, but they weren't around for that era of Resident Evil, this game was perfectly fine. But then for people like you guys who grew up with this shit and you guys played the original, or at least seen someone play it, you guys are just like, why? Why is this a thing?
Well, I mean,
like, y'all failed.
Honestly though, to be honest, I can't even say that because you look at Resi 2, and even if you didn't play Resi 2 from the original days, Resi 2 is highly praised. Even I praise it. Now, there's some things I didn't like, but I wouldn't even call it a disappointment. I think they got Mr. X perfectly done. The story was, it was a little bit more linear, a little bit more grounded, and the A/B scenarios were a little lackluster. But overall, game of Resi 2 was fucking fantastic. Resi 3, the thing is, they touted, even if you don't know about the old, you already knew Nemesis are actually like one and the same. They stalked you basically. Whereas Mr. X is not a set piece. Mr. X, he is a set piece in certain areas, yes, but throughout half of the police station, he is following you wherever you can be. He is not a set piece at that point. He can just pop up anywhere.
Exactly.
And that's the thing about Nemesis. Nemesis himself touted to be stronger in this more aggressive form of Mr. X, which is in lore true, but in gameplay he's nothing more but a set piece. You know exactly where Nemesis is going to spawn, no matter what difficulty you're playing on. You know, okay, he's going to spawn in this particular spot at this particular second. There is not a moment in that game where he's literally stalking you, because
I was saying, and I agree with you guys. Yeah, Mr. X was different. Like, I remember hardcore mode on Resident Evil 2 versus Resident Evil 3 is a lot different story. Well, I was more talking along the terms of like, it's going to be a bigger disappointment for you guys than it was for me, because it's just like, I didn't even know, I wasn't there to experience. So like, me, if I was saying it's a disappointment, it's kind of like I'm bandwagoning. Versus when you guys say it, it actually makes sense. You guys like have a reason to say it.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
It's mainly because for me, even if because I didn't play Resident Evil 3 like that. So literally for me, it's because Mr. X set the bar too high.
That too. Yeah, I did feel like, because I play those two games. I platinum both of them. So, for context, Resident Evil 2 took me about a week to platinum versus Resident Evil 3. I did it in literally like a night. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
The problem with 3 is that it's, like I said, it doesn't even have to go back to 1998 or 1993 came out. It all goes back to the fact that, even Capcom themselves, when they were making 3, was like, yeah, Nemesis is going to be, they pretty much said, you thought Mr. X was bad, wait till you see Nemesis, and all this. And they touted Nemesis as this true, force to be reckoned with. And when you play the game, like I said, if you're coming from remake of 2 to 3, after hearing what Capcom says, and you're learning, okay, Nemesis is this thing. And honestly, if you're a Resident Evil fan, whether you play the original or not, you know what Nemesis is. You know he's you've seen him, you know of him. He stalks you throughout the game, whether you played it or not. So when you hear Capcom say all this stuff, okay, great. You come in fresh from 2, you remember how Mr. X was. He was all over the fucking place. Okay, you're thinking, okay, I'm in the city now, I gotta deal with Nemesis, he's gonna be all over my ass, I'm trying to get this and that and this and that, I gotta worry about this clown. And then you play the game and you realize that, well, not only is he a set piece, which could have been fine, but it's the fact that you have nothing to do when you see him, unless you're just a fucking idiot. Legitimately, you can have everything done in that first area, and just see Nemesis and be like, oh, hey, bro, and this is on normal mode. I'm not gonna conclude hardcore or hell mode because that doesn't count. But on the base difficulty, the base normal gameplay, you just see him, it's like, oh, hey, bro, I'll just run past you and be done with you, or just lob a grenade and be done with it, and just go to the next set piece, and he's done. That right there, that is the thing that pissed me off the most. It wasn't even the cut content. Resi 2 had cut content too. It wasn't really that. I would have loved to see the clock tower or the park. Fuck the water temple, or the water tower. By the way, that could have stayed out. But it's the fact that you took the titular character of the game, the title character Nemesis, and fucked him up so bad. I beat the game. I just deleted it from my hard drive. I didn't want to play it. Like, I just did not care.
Yeah.
And that's probably my biggest disappointment. It just, like I said, I'm looking from just a non Resident Evil 3 or OG classic person playing it. I'm looking at it from coming from 2 make to 3, I expected difference between the two. I didn't expect Clock Tower or Cemetery or the open world city. But the fact that you fucked up Nemesis in such a way that's your bread and butter.
Yeah.
Yep.
They did great with everything else. They did great with Carlos. The interaction between Carlos and Jill was fantastic. Carlos, a far better character in this than he was in the original. They gave other characters a better story. The T or whatever his name was, the black dude who was with Carlos. Great,
Yep.
he had a much longer influence in this than compared to the original. All great things, but the main piece, the title character, because even back then, 2 was better than 3 regardless. It's just that 3 had Nemesis. That's the only thing that pretty much made 3 great was Nemesis. It was still good back then, but Nemesis made it better. 2 was always still better than 3, and it goes the same again. 2 once again is better than 3, but I can't even say they have Nemesis in 3 because Nemesis in this 3 is just that. He's just there. He's just I'm playing the game. He comes out here and boom.
Yep.
So it's just one of those things that I was truly disappointed in.
All right.
Yeah, he's more of a nuisance than
I wouldn't call him a nuisance. I wouldn't call him a nuisance. He's just like, oh, okay, next set piece. That's literally, he's too set piecey. It's not like Mr. X was a nuisance because you can just be doing something and you're like, oh my god, okay. Nemesis is like, okay, I know he's coming up here. Let me make sure I got everything. Let me set my stuff up. Let me pause the game, set my stuff up, and okay.
Grenade.
Mr. X is like, okay, I got I'm solving this puzzle. All right, it's a new puzzle. You're on hardcore. You're on site. You're on route B. B scenario. Like, oh fuck, new puzzle D here. Doom, doom, doom. Oh, fuck. And then you gotta deal with that. Nemesis is like, okay, let me set my stuff up. Let me go eat a sandwich right quick. Let me go take a shit. Let me do something. I know Nemesis is gonna pop up in the next 2 seconds when I cross this little line. And that to me was that is not how it should have been.
Yeah.
I've always stated when you start the game on the streets, the moment you leave the subway station, if Nemesis appeared there and you had to deal with him while fighting all this stuff and getting everything, that would have probably made the game a little bit better. I wouldn't have been as disappointed because Nemesis would have felt like a threat. But because he's a set piece in such a way, the top part of the game is completely diminished. And for me, when you do that, I was already turned. Oh, I honestly didn't finish the game. That's how bored I was. I was just like, look, finish this and be done. I just didn't care. I didn't care about platinuming it. I legit just did not care. So
Okay.
I don't know about Wild Thing's disappointments are, but yeah.
Yeah. After I beat it the first time and the nostalgia not nostalgia, but like the hype factor died down for me because I was just happy to be playing another Resident Evil game. I realized really quickly that because I was going for the platinum, I was like, man, this is just not it. So
I don't know. I'm sure Resi 8 would be good. My I guess my disappointment with Resident Evil is that I have been on this lore, if you want to call it, the fucked up lore that it is for so long, and it has gone up and down, left and right, characters missing, characters MIA. And I think once I got to Resi 6 and seeing what they did, and then reading the original plan on Resi 6, that kind of took me out of Resi. I platinum Resi 6. I honestly don't want to I'll never want to platinum Resi Evil after that. That game right there, almost that platinuming that game, Resi 6.
how did you even platinum Resident Evil 6? Like, I tried.
That's a good question. Let me tell you why. Because I played every character's campaign. And, I mean, both characters, Leon, Helena, Jake, Sherry, and Chris Pierce. And then by the time I did all that with a friend, I just happened to look at my trophy, and I realized I had one more trophy to do. And that last trophy was shooting all the emblems. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I have one trophy left after playing this game with every character, including Ada alone. Before they gave her that little AI bullshit.
Imaginary
I said, fuck it. I'll play. Yeah. I pretty much said to myself, fine, I have one more trophy. Why not? And I went through the game and got the emblems I didn't get. And then I platinumed. I played that game And that's the thing, because you want to unlimited ammo or all the weapons for every character. So in order to do that, I had to beat the game with each fucking character. It was fucking bad. Playing Resi 6 legitimately killed most of my Resident Evil fans. And then reading the original plans for it made it even worse. Once 7 came around and I saw they were kind of rebooting the franchise, at that point, I was already done. I'm like, look, you want to reboot the franchise, that's fine. If this is a reboot, at that point, I was out. Legitimately, I wasn't even going to play it anymore because I was done. Like, I'm not going to invest in something and then I get shit canned later down. When I saw that Chris was in it and they actually had some lore to the other games, I said, fine. And I haven't even played Resi. I played Resi 7. I never beat it. I watched it on YouTube. I'm gonna play it before 8 comes out, just for shits. But
Resident Evil 7 was actually pretty alright. I liked it.
No, I played it, and I liked 7. I liked the gameplay of it. I just when you have people like Billy, Carlos, I can't say Rebecca anymore. Well, Barry came back. Most characters came back, but you gotta think how long it's been. Like, it took Barry almost 15 years before we seen her. Took Rebecca into a CG movie before we seen her. Sherry just came back in Resi 6. Sheva is MIA. Billy is MIA. Carlos is MIA. You had all these characters that were MIA for so long. Before Revelation, before the CG movie. So that includes Barry, Rebecca. That when I saw Ethan, I legitimately was like, I don't care. Like, why am I introduced to another fucking character who either is going to die, disappear, or if he is a new character in this reboot, I'm just not going to care about. Like, there's so many MIA characters. Where the fuck is Billy? I don't even need to see him in the game. Just give me something. Give me a file folder that he's died, or he fell off a cliff somewhere, or he's in the woods. I don't care. I need answers. Rebecca, we know what she's doing. Barry, we know what he's doing. Sheva, I can't read. I don't want to count Sheva yet because
only thing we got from Sheva was in 6. She left a letter for Chris because she was concerned.
Yeah, so I don't want to say Sheva MIA just yet. But now let's face it. Now, Resi 6 did one good thing. One, and that's bring back Sherry. That's the only good thing they did. They brought in Jake, and Pierce was the best character. Number 1 because he died, and I don't have to worry about him anymore. But B, he had the best character though. Chris should never been. I'm sorry. Like Chris, Helena, even Pierce, it should have been what they was originally called. Leon, Ada, and Sherry. And it would have been a callback to Resi 2. That's the original plan. That pisses me.
True. Alright. I'm going to name my disappointing games of the year. And I'm not going to fucking sugarcoat this. It's Godfall, because, I was expecting high hopes for the game and got super disappointed. Marvel Avengers, because the loading screens of that game are amazing. And I'm not going to fucking lie.
I was on the phone.
I know you was. I figured maybe because I had to.
Oh, wow.
Come on here.
We have a cameo.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie to you. My number 1 most disappointing game of this year it's Cyberpunk. It's completely obvious. It's Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk has been so disappointing from the point where at this point it cuts off or something happens and I cut the game off and I cannot continue to play it because I get legit agitated. Like, I'm in the middle of the gig fights and one of the people punched me into a wall and I got stuck. And at that point I realized something. I was like, yo, do I want to continue playing this game right now? The answer, funnily enough, is no. I don't feel like playing it until they patch it some more, son. So I'm going to take a break from the game for a while. Because literally, again, I'm in the middle of fighting Rhino. If anybody did the side jumps, I'm fighting Rhino. I got her at 1 health. I smacked her. I blocked the attack. I got stuck in a wall. And I literally wanted to fucking snap my controller in half. So instead of snapping my controller in half, I delightfully cut the game off and said, I'll wait till they update the game. when they update the game, I will pick it back up.
I personally am on the last mission.
Yeah, man.
And I'm about to beat the game.
Yeah, man. You have fun with that. For me, the game literally I just got agitated. I'm sorry, but when a game actually agitates me more than, I'm not saying it's a bad game. When it agitates me something fierce, that obviously means I don't need to be playing you for a while. Know what I mean?
It's definitely the most aggravating. I wouldn't put it as my top.
Oh no, it's disappointing. Not bad, disappointing.
We haven't covered trash yet.
Yeah,
trash. I have a game that's going to be in the trash category. I only have one game in the trash category that deserves to be there.
We'll talk about it. We're talking about it. But for right now, like I said, Cyberpunk. And that's why I haven't been like, hey, Spirit, go play the Cyberpunk. Because it's like, I know if she plays it, like if I'm having these issues of this console generation that they like, and I agree with Darkwave what he said. They should have just canceled the last generation version, or I should have just fucking waited for the PS5 version of the game to come out. But nope, I got this version and I'm stuck with this shit. Yes, yay. Now I know, never again. So Cyberpunk literally made me go, I'm never buying a fucking game like this day one ever fucking again. I'm just gonna let it go. Like, I'm sorry. This how bad Cyberpunk has been treating me for the last couple of days. But moving on to you guys. Let's move on to our shittiest games of 2020. Spirit, do you have a shitty game of 2020? Any shitty games of 2020? I know you have one.
Yes, Godfall, but no. So far, I've been playing Valhalla. I went back and played some of the old school joint. I was playing Medieval. Finally downloaded that. No, that's actually so far about one of the only shitty game so far that I played this year.
No, yeah. Oh no, sweetie. I know you played another one. Okay.
It probably was so shitty that I don't even remember it.
All right. I'll let you hold on to that. Galactic, go ahead.
Yes. Oh, doo-doo of the year?
Doo-doo of the year, Chief.
Genshin Impact. I hate that game with a passion.
Oh my god, really? I didn't think you'd say Genshin Impact. And Avengers?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Worst game of the year.
Yep.
And then besides that, I don't think I have a bad game. The game that I just didn't like? Yeah, no. Those were the two that were just like, why? Why did I do this to myself? Yeah,
why did you do that to yourself, Chief? Darkwave. Go ahead,
I'm
sir.
sorry. I don't know if you can hear the massacre that I'm doing right now. I'm playing Devil May Cry, and I just randomly unlocked Super Virgil.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear. Darkwave, are you there?
Mm-hmm.
What is your obvious shitty games of the year?
Well, I have Godfall for free. I haven't played it yet, so I can't put that on my list yet. I
didn't pay for Godfall. I just think it's still shitty.
I'm not going to judge until I get my hands on it.
Bad game.
I mean, yeah, but bad can still be. Some people think Warframe is bad.
No, Anthem looked good. And Anthem was some shit.
I enjoy fun. Worst game of the year for me? Probably Avengers. That game.
Had you said any other game, I would have questioned. I would have questioned you. You said
there wasn't really many bad games. this year. I mean, Avengers was bad, and that's because, well, Looter. I'm trying to think of anything else. Yeah, I can't think of much else that was like bad. I'm not gonna say COD or nothing like that. Those are
Yeah,
obvious answers.
Yeah, obvious answers.
I'm not gonna say that because whatever. I'm not gonna say no battle royales because obviously that's a biased thing. Battle royales.
Yeah, battle royales.
Those are hit and miss. I gotta say, I'll say from what I've seen,
Yeah,
and from what I have, I will put golf ball on the list. Though I can personal opinions yet. But damn sure I can't Avengers. It's fucking garbage. Which it was no surprise. I warned you all. I warned everybody. But that was the game, and it's funny because we talk about how Cyberpunk is unoptimized for last gen. Avengers obviously was unoptimized for last gen as well. Garbage up and down.
yeah.
And that's another game that was announced for PS5 and Xbox Series and the last gen, which is another game that should have been only on the PS5 and the Xbox Series.
Yep.
So it's like we talk about Cyberpunk, people want to set Cyberpunk, but let's not forget about Avengers. And Avengers is far worse than Cyberpunk, in my humble opinion. And I've played
I'd
both.
rather play Cyberpunk. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather play Cyberpunk every day of the week. At least the loading times is not as shit.
Yeah. So, I think and also that's probably one of the biggest hyped games. Also, that was a complete failure. So that's definitely shittiest game 20. Goes to you, Avengers. Here's the Raspberry Award.
Okay, it's my turn. I got a couple. I got more than 3. Let's get Final Fantasy out of there. It's not a shitty game. Well, for me, of course, I'm gonna start off with Last of Us Part 2. That game to me was just bad. It just had so much bullshit in the game and nonsense and a shitty 30 minutes of final whatever the fuck you call that nonsense. And it won every award at the Game Awards for some fucking reason.
Didn't make any fucking sense.
Dragon Ball Kakarot was not good for me. It was just not a good game. People loved it, but to me, it weren't good. It weren't a good game. It kind of gave me some Sagas flashbacks. What else is there?
I refuse to play Kakarot.
Disintegration. Yeah. That game had a good idea, but was not that good. And I don't know why they even decided to do that. Shit was so fucking weird. Yeah.
It was, and it fell within 3 months. Server shut down within like 4 months or so.
Exactly.
That game was bad. That's actually worse than Avengers.
Yeah. Deadly Premonition 2. I literally can only play it for 30 minutes and then literally had to return it to GameFly because that's how disappointing that shit was. The frame rate is like 2 per second, so let's just say that if you can at least run around and be normal on the overworld, you're fine. Hellpoint was just not good. It wasn't a good. I don't know. They need to patch that game something fierce, or they need to try that again because they didn't do a good job the first time. Fast and Furious Crossroads. I didn't even have to play that shit. I know that was a PS2 game on New Day consoles, so that was fun.
I mean, that's literally the worst game of the year if we're talking like just overall game without even playing it.
Oh yeah,
that's
why I'm not in particular order right now.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, it's completely unacceptable. Battletoads was not a good game in the slightest, and I'm the only one here that can actually play it right now. Oh wait, no, Galactic can play it, but I know he won't boot his PC up to play that.
Right back.
Yeah. And
Halo? The Halo machine?
No, yeah. Genshin Impact is not a good game after, yeah.
Fuck that game.
Avengers.
Playing it again.
Yeah, Avengers is a bad game.
Fuck that game. Never playing it again.
Yeah, Avengers is a bad game that literally, that's the funny thing, that Spirit fucking forgot that she played the game.
What?
You forgot you played Avengers.
Oh yeah,
Avengers.
I mean, because the few times that I was able to play the fucking game was only like 3 goddamn times.
Yeah, but because
Did
of
you
the
at
loading
least-
screens, they were all 3-hour sessions.
Like shit, the loading screens. It's like, hey, you played this game for 10 hours. No, I didn't. 9 hours of that was the goddamn loading. Me get to see and count all the veins in Hulk's neck.
Yeah, for like 9 times. And for me, the shitty. Yeah, you know what? The shittiest game out of all of that would be, without a shadow of doubt, a mix of Avengers and Crossroads. And the funny thing is, you couldn't tell me which one is the best game. I can only say I'd rather go watch paint dry than play any of them. One got boring super quick, and one has the worst. Is a loading screen simulator that, you know, some people say is real good, but I go, nah, the game is pretty bad. But you know, whatever. I'll have a conversation with the gentleman one day. So now we get to move on to the best games of the year, and I am only gonna go top 3 for me, because I'm not about to sit here and talk about all the good games of this goddamn year.
I
We'll be
don't
here for the
know.
rest of my goddamn life.
Oh, I think I only have one for a good game.
Go ahead.
Ghost. If Ghost, the Game Awards triggered me because Ghost of Tsushima deserved half of those awards, literally.
Actually, my game of the year is The Last of Us Part 2.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
I'm back.
I also think what's it called? Since we can include all games, right? I honestly believe Among Us deserves a spot here. Definitely. If you've played
Hold
Among Us-
up. No. Came out in 2018, Chief.
Oh, damn.
Wait, what are we
You're
talking
right.
about now?
Games of the
Among
year.
Oh,
You're right. It did come out in 2018, so
Yeah, cannot include that. We're talking about games that came out this year. Games that came out 2 years ago and then got popular now does not count.
damn. Devil May Cry Special Edition because Virgil.
can I even
Actually,
count a game
technically,
here?
no, that cannot.
Hey man, nah.
Oh, last year.
It's a whole new game.
It
according
came
to
out
Capcom.
last year, and then they added the DLC to the regular Devil May
Listen.
Cry 5. So technically, if you bought it,
You
it was
cannot.
pointless.
You cannot play Virgil.
Yes, you
unless
can. Yes, you can. You
Nah,
gotta download the
nah.
DLC. You gotta download
Can't do it.
They just added the DLC.
Why
just did
would they
this.
do this to me?
So literally, if you bought the special edition, you wasted your money.
Well, is it a waste because I can now show Capcom my motivation?
Yeah, go ahead. Show Cac on your motivation. You idiot.
Motivation for what?
The Virgil, the greatest Capcom character of all time. Come on.
No.
Oh, I forgot, Mister.
No, you were right the first time. You were right the first time. Don't lie to yourself. Mr. Kennedy is not as good as Virgil. Okay?
I think you're living for yourself.
I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Spirit. Wife. Hey, lady.
Yes.
Your game of the year.
I don't actually somewhat kind of have one.
Yes, you do.
Really? You don't?
Your
I like Valhalla. I really enjoy it. Oh, actually, yes, I do. I'm sorry. Ghost.
That is good.
I was about to say, oh my goodness. Of course you do, because you played Ghost of Tsushima to completion, and it was like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. How did you like the end of the? No spoilers, of course.
I liked it. I liked the ending that I chose because for what I wanted to do. But I liked either. I did look up what the other, how the other choice was and stuff. Still pretty good. I like it. It did have some quite, with the story. I was just like, what, Uncle is just fucking stupid, but whatever. Honor. Yeah.
You do not have honor, Gene.
Right.
You're a
I
slave
enjoyed the
to
story.
it.
I enjoyed, just the entire thing, the gameplay. Beautiful game. And I also was so funny because I listened to on this game trailer, and he did kind of make a point. If somebody like Wildfang was Jin or in that time period, you would die.
Why you say that?
Because of how many fucking petals and shit was falling in random places, your allergies, sir, you would die.
Yeah. But that's why I was
like,
wearing Ninja Mask.
Yep, just flowers, just everything just falling, just everything every 5 seconds. Makes it look pretty, but yeah, if you got some serious allergies, yeah, we'd be dead.
Mm-hmm.
Death.
All right. And you don't like Bug Snacks? Bug Snacks is a game of the year for you?
I don't consider games. I don't consider games like Bug Snacks. That's why I'm surprised that excuse me, Among Us and shit was in that category. No, Bug Snacks is cute. It's a breath. It's like a.
No.
Let's see.
Let me ask you a question. Would you rather play Avengers or Bug Snacks?
That's not very fair.
It's really not.
No, but would you rather play Avengers or Bug Snacks?
Bug Snacks.
Okay, then. So you can put it on a list of your games of the year, man.
Well, I'm not going to because it's not. I don't really consider it. It was a free game. Just to sit here and be like, hey, look, the controller does this. You can feel when you're walking in water, and it literally is a game that somebody made when they was fucking on acid.
It's Bug Snacks, because you'll never see it coming.
No, that's not the theme song. Shut up.
Hey, she coming.
Why are you laughing like Seth Rollins up here?
She said he got that. Oh God, he said Seth Rollins.
That's what she did. She said,
Yeah, that's how you be laughing. Like either you doing the spray bottle or you doing the Seth Rollins.
Listen,
I
Seth
don't
Rollins
like you right now. What is
got
happening?
the Becky Lynch cheeks with that laugh. Okay.
Actually, it's reversed. We all know who's taking whose butt in that relationship.
But she's pregnant, so obviously.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, she had the kid, I should.
I'm pretty sure she took a cup and said, "Go in here, and then when you're done, spread them."
Are y'all just sad that he got to get Becky Lynch? We are.
I am not sad that he got Becky Lynch at all.
I
would just, the only thing I hated about their relationship is the fact that literally every goddamn week, Becky Lynch's boyfriend, Seth Rollins, or
I mean, that's
Seth
not
Rollins'
their
girlfriend.
fault. That's not their fault.
I'm not blaming. Who said I'm blaming them?
Hey man, you'd be surprised.
I could care less about the relationship. It's just WWE, when they had a hold of the information that they were dating, did not shut the fuck up. But let's move on to.
Because they were both making them the most money at the time.
Yeah, I guess. Now moving on to Wildfang's games of the year, because your Wildfang got some lit. He got himself a list. I'm not gonna go in any particular order to my number one game of the year. I'm gonna have to say Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. That's a pretty damn good game. If anybody fucking ever has
I have
DS.
the game.
Yeah, that's a damn good game. Sheik is vicious. Spider-Man Miles Morales. Did not think I would like it. The only thing I don't like it is the villain, because the villain is fucking stupid. And I even showed Spirit that the villain was dumb. Like, it didn't make any sense. Ghost Runner. I don't know if anybody's seen that, That game is hot fire, like super hot fire. Other side, it's quite possibly one of my favorite games that has ever come out. Ever. Desperados 3. Yeah. Go play.
I remember you were telling me that you wanted to play Fortnite, and that Fortnite was your favorite game of the year as well.
So Streets of Rage 4. Anybody ever not play that? You need to play that now.
I don't want to play that game.
Gears Tactics. An actually good game. Gears Tactics is a good game.
I remember you saying that. When did you play Gears Tactics?
Literally 2 days ago on my Xbox Series
I
X.
forgot to have one of those.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to
I
yourself?
have one of those.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Trials of Mana, which is literally the opposite of Final Fantasy VII Remake, because it actually literally remakes the whole fucking game. Yes, the English voice acting in the game is terrible, but at least it's still a game that, I don't know, when they say remake or or whatever, at least it's the whole fucking game. All a billion hours of this goddamn game. All of it. It's literally still in the game. They didn't cut out half the game and say, we're going to make a part 2. So therefore, a lot of people don't believe me when I say it, but I do find it better than Final Fantasy VII Remake. Because at least I'm playing the whole game. And I platinumed it. That was my platinum of the year. Can I consider Persona 5 Royal? Is Persona 5 Royal count?
Since other people consider it, then yes.
Okay. Persona 5 Royal, and I know Spirit would also agree with me that Persona 5 Royal, ain't that right, Spirit?
Whoops, I didn't even know. I think he was on mute by mistake. Sorry. Yeah, just, added some, $60 for, same fucking game with little different stuff in it. But yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Neo 2, which was, yeah.
I forgot about Neo. Okay, you could add Neo to my list as well.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Neo
that
2.
game triggered me.
Yeah, multiple times.
Playing Neo 2 currently.
Hey, the game is still good. Of course, what kind of human being would I say if Ghost of goddamn mother trucking Tsushima, which I also is another platinum that I've gotten this year, which I also going to consider platinum of the year. And of course, by the way, here's a glitch for anybody who hasn't noticed. If you platinum the original Spider-Man game and you upload your data to the Spider-Man Remastered, that is an instant platinum. So that was officially the quickest platinum I've ever gotten in my life. That was the funniest thing I ever did. It looks like I glitched Spider-Man Remastered. But, it's whatever. And my game of the year should not surprise anybody. Right? Ever. Because it is clearly Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Interesting.
Yes, my game of the year this year is Yakuza Like a Dragon. The only reason that it even got over Ghost of Tsushima, which would have been fucking clearly obvious that it would have been Ghost, is literally every time, like, the multiplayer for Ghost is good, and I've been enjoying it, but I also have nobody to play it with, and everybody who's been playing it.
Did you choose not to play with me?
Oh, why don't you? Then you can hop on, bro.
Yeah. I've never played Ghost with you, man. What are you
Do
talking
you
about?
even have Ghost?
I never played it online.
Did you just say, do I even have Ghost?
Yeah.
Don't we all have Ghost?
Yeah, we all have
We
Ghost.
just all put it in our game of the year.
Technically, I don't have it. I was playing Wild Fang, so I don't technically have it. And at this point, I'm actually not going to buy it.
Okay. Well, like I said, the multiplayer is great and all, and everything is great. But when it came to Yakuza, it not only has that Yakuza magic, but it also has one of the best Yakuza stories, and everything about the game, down to the character motivations. The main character, he's more emotive than the original character, which is Kazuma Kiryu, and everything about the game, the campiness, the silliness, everything is still intact with the game. And it's an RPG, and it plays almost just like Persona, with some of the exact same voice actors from Persona playing some of these characters in this game. even has the same little the little cutscene if you cheat on the girlfriend that you choose to get. So if you get all the girls, you will get caught. So that's why I say Yakuza Like a Dragon, which takes its inspiration from fucking Dragon Quest, is my game of the year. And anybody who ever played Dragon Quest knows that Dragon Quest is not a bad game.
Interesting.
Anybody got anything to say? Huh?
Dragon Quest is on the list of games that I need to play.
Before you play Dragon Quest, just note to yourself, it is not a very fast-paced RPG.
Oh.
So be prepared for that.
Maybe not. Maybe I'll just go with Fire Emblem first, like I said I was.
I mean, I'd say play Dragon Quest. Just note, when I say it's not fast-paced, I mean, wait, Fire Emblem also isn't fast-paced. Because if you're fast-paced and like an idiot through Fire Emblem, you'll lose so quickly. You have to think.
Wow.
Wait, when did Fire Emblem 3 Houses come out? Was that this year or last year?
I believe it was this year.
No.
That was last year.
That was last year.
It was?
Yeah, okay, because if it came out this year, I would be like, oh, never mind, let me rearrange the game. Put that there. Anywho, yeah, so that's some of my games of the year. So, all in all, in the gaming sphere, how are your 2020? Oh yeah, besides the fact that the console lineup launches was shit.
Hey, bro. I got my PlayStation, bro.
I mean, does that mean it's not shitty?
Yes.
How does that mean it's not shitty?
Because I got one, and I'm all that matters. Because I'm galactic.
Galactic. What if it broke right now?
Hey, bro, I have no shit. Well, I have a warranty.
Oh, you got the
So I
warranty
just got
from
another
GameStop?
one.
Oh,
Yes,
another
I got
one?
the-
How?
I got the 3-year warranty. Yeah, GameStop will replace your PlayStation.
Oh, with what PlayStation stock, bro?
Hey, I'll wait. Just the guarantee that I have another one is enough for me, bro.
Dog, I think you die because you like, don't do me
Nah,
like
nah.
that, PlayStation. You like a crackhead.
Nah, Halo would hold me over.
What
got
Halo?
Oh,
Oh, all the old Halos,
Master Chief.
not the new Halos.
Master Chief Collection.
Let me go around the room. Hey, Spirit.
Yes.
What are your pits and peaks of this year, man?
What?
Pits and peaks.
What was that question?
Pits
The
and
what?
peaks.
What does that mean?
The best and worst of this year for her. What the fuck?
Okay. No, that's not what the fuck. No one knew what you were saying.
She knew what I was talking about.
Did you?
I did it. That's why I said. That's why you didn't hear me ask because you said pits and I was like, what?
Pits and peaks. Fuck. Your best and worst of this year. Fuck, yo. The year.
I don't really
Not gaming
have
or wrestling in
too
particular.
much.
So, none of the
This year,
deaths.
well, it ended. Well, the year just started off just really shitty. Towards the end, it got even shittier. I lost a friend to COVID. Just a whole bunch of stupid shit. But the ending, I guess, came out pretty good. Getting a second dog. Finally found the SUV. Found it for dirt cheap. Dad was able to buy outright, and yeah.
All right. Same question for you, Galactic butt nipples.
I guess I don't have a low point. I was just bored all year.
Then wouldn't that be the low point?
That's why I said I was just,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. What the
Yes,
fuck?
there you go.
I don't think you understand how that goes, Chief.
Chief. Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, I was going to say that my high point would probably be getting accepted into my film major. That was like a couple weeks ago.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, you did get accepted in your film major. Yeah, man. You're one step closer to Get Back Industries, man.
No, that just wouldn't work as a film.
A film
studio,
company?
man.
Oh, nah. Think about it now. your image would be somebody bending over.
No.
Hey man,
Maybe on a porn, maybe on the hub. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there.
Are you sure? Just on the hub? What do you know about the hub? What do you know about the hub, Galactic?
What do you know about the hub?
Oh, unofficial. I'm not afraid to admit I know everything about that hub.
No.
Every day.
No.
All the time.
No.
Darkwave! Moving on to you, buddy.
Oh my god. I'll say it after he's done.
High point of the keeping a job through all this COVID shit. Where men have lost theirs. Low point. I lost my father.
I didn't hear you?
That's probably the lowest one. When I lost my grandfather, that was the lowest.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody got lost in this joint, man. Yeah, man. Of course, everything. And for me, of course, my low point is Spirit abusing me. Of course, she hit me like 3 times. Second out, of course, my low point of this year, I'm not gonna lie to you, was what would I say the low point? Literally around the beginning time of COVID at my job was literal hell, and people trying to walk up without no mask, or they didn't understand, and people literally saying, "You're gonna catch it anyway."
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, you have a special place in hell for you, Chief. Like, I still have my grandparents. I love my grandparents. I'm sorry, I'm not about to have them catch it. If I can avoid them catching it, that would be great. And I'm not gonna lie to you, my high point is being able to spend more time with Spirit. That's been nice. I've been able to see her a lot more, and of course, we're going through new adventures in our lives, and I got a new job, and I get to share it with Spirit.
Yay!
For another year.
Yay!
And another year.
So unenthusiastic.
I don't know why she's unenthusiastic that we're spending time together. She knows I love her. I love you, woman. Anywho.
Well, I was gonna say though, I forgot to mention Sackboy's Big Adventure as one of my favorites for this year.
Oh man, if only you had said that when it was your, at that point. We're not talking about 2020, bro. What the fuck?
Nah. If one of y'all says New Year, New Me, I'll blow up this. Like, we'll never have one of these podcasts again.
New Year owed me.
Yeah, New Year, new penis?
No.
I want to get surgery.
New Year, same.
Yeah, yeah. New Year, same penis.
No.
Oh man.
So they'll continue to call you the noisy cricket, huh?
This episode's just gonna be called No.
No, this episode's gonna clearly call
this man the noisy cricket.
Yeah. Or the sharp cricket.
What is it as a reference to? Sharp cricket? What are you talking about, Chief?
Men in Black, man. Men in Black.
Oh.
Jesus.
I'm showing my age, I'm sorry.
No, what? Don't say that. Don't do that. No. Show your age.
I'm showing my age. I honestly don't recall the events of any of the Men in Black movies.
You're showing how young you are because you never watched the Men in Black movies, man. Don't do that. Only old people get to say that. I'm about to be 30, man.
It works both ways.
It does not work both. How does that work both ways?
You're showing your age. You're showing how old you are.
Ayo, don't let me punch you in the big toe.
Am I wrong?
Yes, completely.
No, it works both ways.
Spirit, is he wrong?
He madness.
Yes, yes, you are in this.
How about you help your husband here? How much you defend your husband? No? Okay. All right. Does anybody else have anything they want to say about the 2020 year? And we're not talking about that shitty WWE commercial, 2021 entering the ring.
Oh my god, I forgot to mention that's the best freaking game of not game
It's
match
Wednesday,
of the
you know
year.
what that
Jesus.
2020 versus Drew McIntyre?
Yeah, it was the match of the year.
Ayo, Galactic, had you said that, right? This podcast would have, abruptly ended, and you would have gone missing. I'm glad you didn't say that. And no, I'm not threatening to murder you. I'm just threatening to tell you that you would have gone missing. I didn't say anything. They can't use this as evidence. Anywho, else, like I said, have anything to say about 2020 before we cut this joint off and I start the editing process?
It's Wednesday. You know what that means.
It means it's hump day.
Well, I wasn't on the wrestling podcast, so I will just say now, rest in peace, Brody Lee.
Ah, yes, Brody Lee, rest in peace. That man, him and Shad Gaspard, man. Those are two. Yeah, man, those are two fucked up for me, dog. It's just like, come on, son. They didn't have to go.
Yeah, we lost Kobe too, man.
Yeah, we lost too many lives. Chadwick Boseman. We lost. Who else did we lose? We lost Debo. We lost. Who else did we lose? Oh,
Jeopardy guy.
Yeah.
Alice Trebek.
We lost Alice motherfucking Trebek.
And my grandpa the same day.
Damn, man. We lost Alice Trebek. We lost Darkwave's grandfather. This needs to end. And tomorrow's the last day. Surprisingly, tomorrow's the last day before I turn in my 2 weeks notice. So that shit's going on. And then
tomorrow I'm gonna be having my fun, bro.
With what?
With the gang. We gonna get COVID together.
Spirit, remind me to never bring this man over again. All right.
I will definitely do that.
All right, guys. We're gonna have to cut it short. The next podcast will be in exactly 2021. Y'all have good fun out there. Enjoy the rest of your year, which is literally a day. And be kind, I guess. And play games and watch wrestling, I guess. And I don't know about the wrestling one. I can't really say that with a.
And fat.
Don't do that.
The fat one? That's not a thing. Not everybody here can do that.
I mean, why not?
Well, everyone. Anyway,
we all know about the hub though, so therefore we're good.
No.
Hey, Galactic, you already admitted you know about the hub.
I don't know what hub you were talking about, but I was talking about a different type of hub.
No. You're talking about the hub that includes Japanese prison rape.
Oh. No.
You know, this is also
day,
the
yes. Take a trip to Japan, and that's what's going to happen to you.
Oh man!
One of these days, we're gonna have a Japanese viewer, and they're just gonna.
Actually, most of the viewers are in America and males from the age of 28 to 30.
Again, one of these days, we're gonna have a Japanese viewer, and they're just gonna not recommend this podcast.
Oh Lord! You know, this also the year brought about the Big Show. Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald? And of course, the Japanese prison rape joke. I think we can end those jokes in 2020 and bring about new, unnecessarily vulgar jokes in 2021. How about we say that, huh?
Yeah, sure.
Huh?
Y'all hear something?
What?
Y'all
Nah.
hear something?
I said I
Oh,
said,
was that podcast over?
hey, can we admit to the
In
jokes?
2021?
Can we at least admit to the jokes ending in
All right,
20?
guys.
Hey, yo, Galactic. Don't let me punch you. Fuck you, Doc. Good night, everybody.
We have the mics online to consume it.